DuneSeven Medical Centre rolls out it rolls out actually the second edition of the Northern Wellness Drive at GwaShaamba Mall in Ondangwa from the 9th of January to the 10th of January. That's of course starting today to tomorrow, and this will be running from 9:30 in the morning to 6 p.m. In the evening. This free medical outreach forms part of the Dr. Shapumba Free Medical Services Initiative, a nationwide effort focused on enhancing access to healthcare, especially for undeserved communities. Of course, the elderly also included in this, low-income earners and rural residents. It is built on the success of last year's debut campaign, which also reached more than 327 participants. And this initiative continues to champion preventative health care, early screening and health education to save lives and improve community well-being. Joining us now virtually to talk about this important community outreach, its impact and what people can expect is Phineas Nakaziko, campaign and project manager from DuneSeven Medical Centre. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, good morning and thank you for having me.
Absolute pleasure to be having you this morning. Why is it important for DuneSeven Medical Centre to, or rather medical, to bring this healthcare program to the people instead of just waiting for them to come to you?
Okay, what I can say is that here at DuneSeven Medical Centre, we understand that many people delay seeking healthcare due to different reasons. It can be distance, transport cost, or financial pressure. So, by taking healthcare directly to the community, we are trying by all means to remove those barriers and ensure people get screened early before their conditions become so serious or get worse.
Yeah, it's a very good initiative to give back to the community, especially knowing that health is quite a very important aspect. And last year you've reached to, what did I say in the beginning, 327 individuals who have benefited from this. What moments stood out and motivated you to, of course, then continue to do it again this year?
What stood out the most was meeting people who were being checked for the first time in years and discovering conditions they didn't know they had. We also recorded a high number of people who came to do their test, for example, HIV, blood pressure, as we targeted a certain number. But this time we went extra mile to have hundreds of testing kits and more than strippers for hemoglobin, for example, glucose and HP machine. So, but what stood out the most at last year campaign is knowing that early intervention could change people's life. And this motivated us also to continue with this outreach. I can also say this was driven due to public demands here in the north, as we have been receiving a lot of calls from the community members to host another campaign.
And what was also a very interesting focus was elders, low-income earners, and of course most of the many people that are living in rural communities. Why was it important for DuneSeven Medical Centre to actually have that focus on them?
Um, you know, these groups of people are often the most affected by health challenges, but have the least access to regular medical care. For example, elderly people need monitoring. Low-income families may delay due to cost, and rural communities face distance barriers. So our goal is to make healthcare more equitable and accessible to them.
Yeah, and talk to us about the free services. What exact free services are available, and what can they benefit from them? If you could just give us some examples, yeah.
Okay, like for today and tomorrow, we are offering free medical consultations, basic health screening, and just vital checks. So these services are open to everyone, with particular focus on elders, family, and individuals who may not easily access health care services.
And speaking of early screening, it of course has been emphasized or echoed by not only government, but perhaps the whole health sector at large. Why is it important to take up that very exercise, to do early screening? Of course, also the simple checkups as well. Talk to us about that.
Okay. No, early screening can be life-changing because it allows conditions to be detected early when they are easier and cheaper to manage. All I can say, a simple checkup today can prevent serious complications in the future.
And talk to us about some of the challenges you've seen, because obviously you have come up with this initiative because of the prevalent health challenges in that part of the country, in Ondangwa, for instance. What are some of the most common health challenges, or the most, perhaps visits that you've get? What are some of those challenges that you've seen from the community that made you then start this campaign?
Okay. Generally, we commonly see high blood pressure, diabetes, chronic body pains, and untreated infection, as well as stress-related conditions. So, according to our in-house doctors, many of these issues become serious simply because people wait too long before seeking, health care.
And what is actually quite beautiful is that you've made this free of charge. Why is it free of charge, and what made you do this?
Pardon me?
You've decided to make this campaign free of charge, when of course we do know that in some places you would be asked to charge or to pay for this type of services. Why did you decide to have this campaign free of charge?
Okay, so the Northern Wellness Drive is part of DuneSeven Medical Centre outreach project, which was initiated by Dr. Elifa Shapumba as part of giving back to the community. So the main goal is just to provide free primary health care, not to those that cannot afford.
Yeah. And finally, what is your message to the residents of Ondangwa who are going to be beneficiaries of this campaign, to the entire nation at large, and perhaps to also players in the health sector, on how they can use such examples to give back to the community, and also, make sure that we live in healthy environments as far as taking care of our health is concerned?
Okay. So, like, my message is very simple, and I just want to say that your health matters. So I'm advising people to come for a checkup, encourage their loved ones to do the same, and take advantage of these free services. Prevention start with one small step, and all I can say, early medical care saves life, and we are bringing healthcare closer to the people.
Phineas, thank you so much for speaking to us this morning. What a great initiative that you are carrying, you and your team, to give back to the community. We appreciate you for that. Of course, continue doing that. And we wish you all the best for the campaign today and the following day tomorrow, and hope to speak to you about the developments and the outcomes here in the future.
Okay, thank you very much, John. We'll keep you updated.
Absolutely. Phineas Nakaziko, the project manager as well as the campaign manager for the DuneSeven Medical Centre's free community healthcare outreach project that is being rolled out in the northern town, of Ondangwa, starting today, the 9th of January, to tomorrow, the 10th. Of course, starting from 9:30 to 6 p.m. in that town of Ondangwa. Of course, focused on that is enhancing access to healthcare, especially for underdeserved communities. That's both the elderly, low-income earners that are in the rural, of course, places.